All righty, all right. Hey, look at the sunset over my shoulder. So, hey, I want to welcome everybody tonight, and this is our Sunday Night Live. And I try to do it different places. I don't like to always be in the studio, but I want to say hi to everybody that's already in the comments section. So, hey, Lou, how are you doing? He goes, here we go, and that was at 7:59. So you were right on time. All right, camping all out, and then I see I love sports cars, and I think I saw, hey, Grave Digger. How are you doing? Now, I'm going to try to keep up with the comments the best I can. So if you remember, put 3 question marks in there if you got a question. But hey, Hum Guy, how are you doing? All righty. So I'm going to give it a couple seconds, let people jump on. And we already got 9 people watching. And I want to tell you, hey, RIG, how are you doing, Pastor Ian? Hey, James. All righty. All righty. The myth, the man, the legend. All righty. That's funny. Hey, Carl, how are you doing? All right. So half an hour ago, I set up. Hey, Mike, I set up the car, everything at the other end of town, way down there, about maybe 3 miles away, maybe 4 miles. So I got all set up and I made my thumbnail and everything and I put it out. Hey, Brian, how you doing? And Benny, William, they're just going quick. Hey, Mrs. Cornbread, how are you doing? Say hi to your husband as well. Yes, so I set up and I went on and I went real. I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to enter the studio, just work on the lights and stuff. And I turn around and I'm doing that. And I look back and it says no internet connection. And it's doing the wheel of death, right? So it's just spinning and spinning. Hey, Bert, how you doing? So I backed up and I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? Because I tried for about 5 minutes to get it reconnected. Wasn't going to happen. So I drove across town, came here to the Shikellamy State Park in outside of Sunbury, and I went to another location over there, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to check the internet first. Did that, and then I went, no internet connection, so I went way down there, no internet connection, so I prayed quick, and I said, I tried not to get frustrated or anything. Hey, Robert, how you doing? So I prayed, which that's seems to be the last thing that we do, right? But I went ahead and prayed, and I said, Lord, help this be connected. And I came to this spot, and I tried it, and it said connected. And I'm like, all righty, thank you, Jesus. Yes, all righty, all righty. So Grave Digger, yes, cool shirt, T-Bone Tony, yes. So this is the theme. You see the Christmas lights. So this is, we're continuing the theme of Christmas in July. All right. All right. So Lou is saying, hey, everyone, hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button. All right. Hey, Tony, how's it going? It's going good, says Robert. All right. So I'm going to try not to scroll up. So if I miss it, I apologize. Oh, we got a question from Jake. Hey, brother Jake, how you doing? All right. So Tony, how is your eye doing? Okay, we are praying for you, and I will sit back and enjoy your video. All righty. Yes, I will tell you all about my eye. I don't know if you can see it. If I get too close, you can see it's pretty bloodshot. So, yeah. So let's see. If some of you don't know, okay, will you do Mail Monday again? Well, let's talk about all those things. All right, so give me a second, and I'll talk about the first one. So as many of you know that are part of the Facebook group, and if you're not a part of the Random Ventures 2.0 Facebook family page, go on over there, check it out, because that is where I will post some things that aren't anywhere else. Now, I did put it on the YouTube page in the community section that I had a herniated vein in my eye on the inside. And that I was going, and that they were talking about doing surgery on Friday, laser surgery to do that. So I had my friend Dave at RNRV Chronicles. I went up there and hung out with him the night before, and I spent the night in his RV. And then he took me to the doctor's the very next day. Hey, Rick the Blackheart, how are you doing? Let's see if I missed anybody. Okay. So we went over there, and so the plan was that they were going to do on the left, the right eye, which is, as you guys know, that's my stroke side. they were going to do laser surgery. So I got there. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Greetings from Cape May. Oh man, Cape Cod. I love Cape Cod. Oh yeah. All right. Hey, Stitch. I love your Christmas in July Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, it's neat. I wish I packed this when I came out to your place. So when I went to at 8:15 in the morning on Friday, I went there and they re-dilated my eyes. I should grab my sunglasses they gave me. They're big. Those are the ones in the community page that I put the picture of. And so when I got there at 8:15, they went ahead and dilated my eyes, and they did their own exam. All right, so it's the same group, but the surgeon wanted to do his exam and stuff. So I did the exam, and then they did detailed pictures. They injected dye in me so they could get pictures real well of my eye on the interior, and they did both eyes. Hey, honey, you're gonna get jealous. I didn't take her any coffee. Maybe while I'm talking, I'll grind some coffee up. So I'm going to make a cup of coffee, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that here in a little bit. But hey, I love you. Yes. So when I got to the doctors and they were doing all that, and I'm grinding, and you guys see me do this on my videos. But so one of the things that they discovered was that it wasn't, it was a hemorrhaged retina, but it wasn't the retina. It was the veins going to the retina. But what they discovered is, as you guys know, I did have a stroke about, well, now it's 16 months ago in March. But leading up to then, I had uncontrolled blood sugar and so forth. And high cholesterol was one of the factors. And one other thing, high blood pressure. Okay, so all those numbers are doing good, but because it had gone on for some time leading up to the stroke, and then stress, that was a major factor. Isn't that sunset beautiful? Wow, that's crazy. All right, so I developed or had developed what's called retinal, I can't even pronounce it. Retinopathy. So it's retinopathy where your eye creates smaller veins. Hey, JPZ, how are you doing? So it creates more veins around the retina, trying to get it more blood supply, if that makes sense. So, so I have. When that does that, hey Debbie, how are you doing? Love the Christmas in July. Yeah, I'm gonna put my Christmas hat on soon. But so we're just grinding up some coffee with the grinder that Emma Brown had sent us about a year ago, and we've gotten a lot of work out of this thing. So when I was there, he decided, well, he found that it was in early stages of retinopathy, or it had been going on for some time, but wasn't sure if it was progressing or not, but, it can. So what he wanted to do was do a first treatment, all right? So the first treatment is injections in the eye to try to, I don't know if it dissolves some of those veins, but any veins that grow outside of the ones that were already there are going to be weaker and also able to burst. All right. So they're weaker. So with blood flow and so forth like that. So one of the things that he wanted to do was do the injections. So I waited for a while in the waiting room there. And then because they had to dilate it again, they put all kind of stuff in my eyes, and I have never had a needle put in my eyes before, but it wasn't bad. He was great. The doctor did very good. So the idea was to put those injections in. That's first steps. And then after, so on August 1st and August 15th, August 1st, they're going to do the laser to the left eye. And then on August 15th, it's going to be on the right eye. All right. So, hey, Traveling Ron, man. Hey, Dan, how are you doing? Oh, Kaylee. Oh, my goodness. I'm missing some, I think. All right. Let me just scroll up. So that is the update. So let me button this one button. That came unbuttoned. I'm getting a little too exposed. So All right. So there we go. All right. So I've got all the coffee ground up in here, and we're going to do a pour over. So this is that coffee brew buddy that Jesse had sent us. So we're going to dump that in there. Now this is a microfiber screen. So why are we doing coffee? Because I want to, right? All right. So a lot of you may or may not have seen this kettle. All right. So I'm going to hold the kettle up. Hopefully you can see it from there. So this is the kettle, and I got it plugged into the 1,000-watt battery power bank. Now I am going to flip this switch, and this thing's amazing. I've only got it filled up halfway for water because I don't need a lot of water. I'm just going to do a cup here. And look at my cup. We got the Arizona cup, and I know I'm missing people, but we're going to see how long this takes to boil that water. It's extremely fast, but I just want you guys to see how fast it is. So we went ahead, hit the button. It's on. I'm going to turn my back on it, let it sit here, let it do its thing, and I'm going to get back to comments here. All right. Yes. Hugs and prayers for your eye. Thank you. And I know you guys are praying. I got so much prayer support. It's just great. Just, anytime you can get prayer, it's that first step we should go to, run to as fast as we can, because that's what is, has so many opportunities and blessings with it. Let's see. Jeff, hey Jeff, how are you doing, brother? Nitro, hello everybody. From my family are all watching on the TV. That's so awesome. Hey, Salty Raider, and I know I just missed somebody up here. Oh, let's see. I love sports cards. Oh, maybe that was it. Cataract surgery on August 2nd. I'll be praying for that. Left eye. First. Yeah. Oh, you know what? And now that you say left eye first, I had said my left eye was going to be first, but they're going to do the left eye first because that's the one that had that herniated vein that burst. And when I was walking up the steps, we have a black cat. I thought that all of a sudden it just appeared. And I thought it was the black cat at the top of the steps, and I was looking at it, and it was going this way and that way. I said, "Oh, that ain't a cat." So that was something going on with my eye. So I went to bed thinking it was just a major floater that would kind of go away. But the doctor did say that if I had not had that, I would not have known that I had that retinopathy at that point. So God is good. Got that, and then went in and found out in its early stages, so they're able to treat it very well. But I'm just going to continue to maintain, my other stuff with, the blood pressure and all that stuff, and they're all doing good, very good. All right, so yeah, look at the sun. So where the sun is going down, that's not on the Susquehanna main river. So if you watched one of our other lives when we were here, or any of my stealth camps that I did here under that concrete pillar. And you guys, I really appreciate that y'all went and watched that one. That was awesome because that was about a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer. So the river runs north and south. So it flows south, and that continues to go up on the other side of the river. But where the sun's setting, if you go up that is called the West Branch of the Susquehanna River, and that will continue that way up the West Branch, and that's right in line where the sun's setting. So because we came to this spot, God is good, we get to see that because we wouldn't have seen that. And I think if I step out of the way, it might give you a better look at it. I don't know. It's like orange, but it's not really showing up orange. Oh, there I am. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's boiling. Oh, that is bubbling boiling. So that's boiling. I did it too long. Yeah, so I don't know if you'll see the steam, but that's steaming. So as you guys know, I always burn my tongue. So we're going to let that set for a second or add some more water to it. And then we'll do the pour over after a little bit. That was rolling boil. So Look at that. That fast. That heats that water up. It's crazy. So, little plug for the store. You can find that on the storefront, the Amazon storefront, that little kettle. And that was a gift some time back. So that was a blessing, really much so. So as now I'm going to answer the other question. So Mail Mondays. So this coming Monday is going to be the last travel video. All right. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But that is going to be the last travel video. So I don't have any more scheduled videos for Mondays. So I was thinking if we do get mail, we're going to go back to Mail Mondays, and I'll point, go, Mail Monday. Well, I'll do that. So, and then we'll do mail that way. All right. So, I'm going to add a little cold water to that just so I can drink it. I'm getting excited. So we got some ice cold water we're going to put in there because that is steaming. That is really steaming. All right. And then I'll start doing that pour over. All right. So, yeah, Shikellamy State Park, if you've never been here, you should really come. There's a great walking trail the whole way around the park. There's a railroad bridge. If you watched, that's it. So if you watched one of our videos earlier this week, you'll see this item here. This is by One Wind. It's a real Ridgeline. So it's a Ridgeline that you pull out and hook up. And I did I think that was Wednesday. Yes, it was. It was Wednesday because yeah. I went ahead and got it off my phone quick and up Wednesday because I knew I was going to the eye doctor immediately that day and I wasn't sure what was going to transpire. So I did that video, and that was here at this park. I was looking for a good place with 2 trees. This place has got a lot of trees. So I found a spot over there in the evening and did this review. Oh, I'm not watching comments. They're going, let's see. Oh, lots of comments. Oh, there's somebody. O.C. Dobbins. Hey, nice shot. Nice shot got going on there. Yes. So that's the sun setting. So we haven't gotten to get a lot of sunsets very often. Yes. Hi, Alyssa. Oh, hey, Sarah B. How are you doing? And Herman Scott. Yes. Let's see. Jay Soil. Prayers to you and yours. Speedy recovery. Love your Christmas in July. Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Oh, man, there's a lot of comments. Oh, I'm just going to stitch. Just say no to paracord. Yes. So I am a recovering paracord user. So my name is Tony, and I used to use paracord for Ridgelines. And now I use this stuff, which is really cool. It doesn't stretch. It's really, someone did ask me if in the comments if it collects water. Now I haven't used it outside in the rain yet. All right. So it's got a little D-ring on the one end. You run it around, but they asked me how hard this would be to dry out once you reel it up. And you just give it a quick twist. I didn't show this on the thing, but you twist it and it just pops off. Like that. It's really easy to pop out, but I was holding it with my thumb. All right, so it just pops off. And then you can dry it out. But very, very cool. And then you put it back on top, line those up, and when you give it a turn, it locks back in place. And then you just hook the D-ring on there so it doesn't open up. All right. Okay. So I'll put that in there. Oh, how about I put the hat on, right? So let's get the Santa hat. So, hey, what did you guys think of that day with Frank. That was awesome. And I got to go on a climbing wall, which was really cool, which I haven't done since I was so since I was oh, you know what I forgot to bring? I forgot to bring the Hostess Ho-Hos. Ugh, I was gonna have a Hostess Ho. Well, anyhow, and just saying, Hostess Ho-Hos are they come individually packed now. When I was a kid, they came in tinfoil. I don't know if any of y'all remember that, but they were wrapped individually in tinfoil, and you'd unwrap it and then eat them. And boy, they are so good. The Ho-Hos are, and people have tried to make something similar, like what was it? The Swiss rolls, I guess, is another brand. But as far as the taste, hey Dave, how are you doing? Oh, hey, Darlene. So, oh, I tried, but I didn't have time. Climbing gym. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stitch and I were looking forward to doing some climbing, but at that point, I wasn't. I needed the 5 days, and everything we did, Stitch, was amazing and perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes. So I am going to just start this pour over. You guys can't. Well, maybe you can see me. I'm slowly pouring. Now, this coffee is the coffee that Emma Brown sent. The Random Adventures 2.0 Anywhere coffee, special edition that she roasted those Nicaraguan and also Guatemalan beans. Very low acidity, extremely low acidity. Give that a second. It's getting there. All right. So, hey, Gregory, how are you doing? Oh, let me just guys scroll up. Oh, I don't. When I scroll, it goes crazy. Uh-oh. I hope I'm at the bottom. I can't tell. Oh, oh well. But hey, we got 49 people watching, and that sun is down. It definitely is down. So, so we're going to continue with this theme of Christmas in July. And as you know, we went to a Christmas tree farm and did a stealth car camp. Now, that was in a field, huge field. And I go up into the field, up a dirt road, and winded my way through there. I would have liked to have done this, the Sunday Night Live from that location, but zero reception up there. But so, hey, Robert, how are you doing? Happy Sunday. Yes, definitely. Hey, Josh, how are you doing, brother? Alrighty. So Josh and JPZ both won T-shirts last week when we gave away the T-shirts. Those have been ordered and they're mailed out and they're on their way. So early Christmas present, guys. All right. So put some more water in here. Check this coffee. Oh yeah. Ooh, that is dark. So. All right. So that's that, like I said, that Brew Buddy that's got that microfiber, and we're letting the coffee just work down in there. Hey, old grunt, how are you doing? Good evening. Yeah. So in that, when I got all set up, and you guys saw it, I put the tarp up. And if you haven't watched that video yet, go back and watch it. So when we did the tarp over to Darlene had she was one of the very first person to send me something. She, from my wish list, she sent the SUV car cover, camping cover, and that's the small version. So there's a small and a large SUV camping cover, and that was the small one, which is for my Subaru. So we did the whole thing with the Subaru and everything, and so then we put the tarp. Now that was a one Tigris tarp, and we staked it out to some trees and everything, and when we did that, it was calm before the storm. So we ate that MRE meal, and let me just show you. I still have. Oh, that's. Maybe I should have drank this. So I still have the Irish cream cappuccino instant. So you can do this cold or hot. Car next to me is leaving. All right. So it feels like it's got marshmallows and everything in it. So yeah. And but hey, we should have drank that. But what was so cool about that MRE? I did not know it, and I just grabbed number 7, thinking, "Oh, that sounds good." Wasn't quite sure, but thought, "Man, we'll go with it." And turns out there was those mints in there, the lifesavers, but they call them peppermint mint rings. So that's what we had. All right, check my coffee. Oh yeah. Oh, that's getting full. One more little pour. All right, you can see it working down there. So you can't see in here because if I bend it too much, oh, you can see a little bit. All right. So I am going to set that on the bumper. Standard procedure, let's just say. All right. So I'm not going to take a sip of it yet because it looks maybe too hot, but I got something planned for it. All right. So I did. All right. So I'm just thinking where I want to go next. All right. So Dennis had sent this to me a long time ago on a Mail Monday. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? All right. So, hey, woman outdoors, good to see you. So this is a little cooler, and I've got half and half cream. I don't think Miss 2.0 is on here anymore. So she loves coffee and cream. Yes, she does. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cream in there. Woo, we're making it white. All right. So we are going to, I made her a cup the other day. She was sitting on the front porch, and I said, hey, you want a cup of coffee? She says, okay. And I stepped off the porch, popped the trunk, and did exactly what I'm doing right here. Made her a cup of coffee, and it looked so good, I thought I'd make another one for myself. All right. So we're going to go all out because it's Christmas, right? So we are going to go ahead and put Cool Whip on it, or whipped cream. So this is extra heavy dairy whipped topping. All right. So this is a great value brand. So, get my cup, give it a shake, and we're gonna see if I can manage this. Oh, maybe I can't manage it. Hold it. Oh, nope, I can't do it like that. I gotta set it down. All right. Y'all will hear it. The can's slippery from being the condensation. Oh, that was a lot. So, all right. Maybe if we end this early enough, Miss 2.0 is working not too far from here. So maybe I'll make her a cup and run it up. That's a neat little cooler. Yeah, it's actually a refrigerator. So if you go onto the store in the SUV camping section or car camping, you'll get to see what brand this is. Joy Tuss. Joy to us. Joy to us. But, oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So that storm, that was a crazy storm. So I ended up eating the MRE, and then all of a sudden, I started seeing the trees blow. Hey, Eva, how are you doing? Early for your birthday on Thursday. Yes, it is. So my birthday is definitely on Thursday. I was talking about what you kept the cream in. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That little that's a little thermostat that Dennis had sent me. It's very nice, packable, which is really cool. So Simple Outdoors says at work, but wanted to say hi. Hey, everybody, say hi to Simple Outdoors. Alrighty. So look at that coffee. Oh, look at that Cool Whip on the top. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a sip. Man, is that delicious? All right. Oh, that's really good. I'm gonna take another one. very, very good. All right. So, all right. So there's jet skis, boats, everything that runs up and down this river because where I had originally set up tonight, I wanted to set up at below the dam that gets raised up and creates a lake here, Lake Augusta on the Susquehanna River. So I wanted to be below there, but we couldn't get any internet connection at all. So it was saying no internet connection. So I ran up here, I prayed, and here we are already. So Gregory Hess says, my birthday's tomorrow. My wife is Thursday. Hey, awesome, Gregory. Yes, happy birthday. We're all Leos. I believe you would be a Leo now as well. So camping all out. My birthday is on, oh, it jumped. Tuesday. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, to 27th. And if you guys know, 27 is my favorite number. All right. So, all right. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that yet. All right. I wanted to show you guys something, but I'm not going to do that just yet because I want to finish talking about our Friday night video. But I also want to say I had an awesome time with Frank. So Monday's video. Then we went through the Badlands on Thursday, and then I did my live at Sacagawea at the statue there, and then ended up in Minnesota. That was a long day. That was a really long day. I believe I left at 5:30 in the morning. I think I said on the video. By the time I got to that Walmart parking lot and did my editing, it was 4:30 in the morning. And then I crawled in the back, let it down, and then went to sleep. Hey, you can see the fairy lights back there too. So I've got those ones blinking and these ones solid. So these are the lights that I strung up around the tree. They run off of a battery pack. Don't draw any power at all, hardly. So they run a long time. I had them on up there for probably 7 hours. And then I ran them again for about 3 hours. And my battery bank has only moved one. There's usually 4 and it's down to 3. So very cool. And I think it's 60 feet. I don't remember. It's on, I think it's in electronics on the store. I'm talking about my storefront constantly, but I'm trying to put stuff that I use on there. So if you like it and want to see it, you can go look it up and read about it. Hey, we got 55 people watching. That is so awesome. How many likes do we have, right? All right. So I was hoping to be down there below the dam so that I could show you all the fiber dam. But I did do a video about maybe, a year and a half or more ago. It was probably February, not this February, but February a year ago. I did a video and cooked a meal that someone had sent me. And that was Sue B had sent me that. She has a channel, and she had sent me that meal, and I went and talked about the fiber dam and the lake, and then made that meal. And boy, was that cold. Not the meal. The meal was hot, but boy, that was a cold day. But you got to see the dam was down, and they lower it every year, but then they inflate it. It's an inflatable dam. It's the longest inflatable dam in the world, right down here in Sunbury on the Susquehanna River. All right. Getting a sip of this coffee. Yeah, having your birthday in July is like Christmas in July, right? So I just thought of that. That's pretty cool. All right. So I don't feel any, but I had received early an early birthday present. This is from Anonymous. He had sent me this Thermacell. It's an EX90. It's the latest model. You put a, it's to repel mosquitoes. Now, I've never had anything like that, but this one has a range of 20 feet. So I am going to turn it on because we're near to the river and I want to see how it works. So I can hold the button and it's going to do, I read about it. It does that until it heats up. And then once it heats up and it starts dispensing out of here, repellent that keeps the mosquitoes away. All right, so I'm going to set that over here on the bumper because I like to keep them out of the car because it gets darker. Things gotta go inside there. So I will show you that one more time, and then I'll put it back. But it's blinking around in a circle, and then it'll go solid with all four once it is heated up. And I think it said it takes 15 minutes to heat up. Yes. So when that storm came up, I saw it coming, and it's funny because in the video I'm saying, "Yeah, we'll be all right if that tarp holds up." And as I'm talking, saying about the tarp, it's blowing in this side and then going that side, and it's like a kite. And then all of a sudden it blows off, and I'm watching it go with the camera and everything, and it blows off to the side. Fortunately, one branch held it, so it didn't go across the field because that would have been tricky. All right, so I gathered it up, but as soon as that happened, the rain came. And if you remember in the video, so my phone's getting wet and everything else like that, but I'm trying to film as much as I can because it's not every day you get a 60-mile-an-hour windstorm come up. And but the trees were blowing, sky got really dark. So I said, "Hey, I'm going to go sit in the car." And if you look at there, I do show a clip of when I got in the car, all of a sudden, "Hey, Stephanie, how are you doing?" When I got in the car, my window was down. So the rain was sideways rain. It was blowing in. It got on the passenger seat, and it filled up my cup holder about a quarter inch of water with that. Because I got in and I sat down and I went to start the car to put the window up, and my key was on the lock up at the car carrier because I had gotten something out of there. And so I was like, "Where's the key?" And then I remembered it was up there, and I was like, "I can't believe it didn't start with it so close." So I went, got it out, got it, started the car, put the window up, and then it was just slamming. We had a huge rainstorm, and then it continued to rain all night. But we did have that one break. Hey, Leonard, how you doing? From Del City, Oklahoma. All righty. All right. So, so we ended up going and doing a lot in the car. And then I say what I was going to do is move the water jug that I usually had in the front seat to the back seat. Our youngest turned 18. Well, happy birthday on July 11th. Yes, Miss Cornbread. That is awesome. Tony's birthday is Thursday, the 27th. Yes, 2/7. Oh, that was backwards. But hey, Terry May, how are you doing? I like your shirt, Tony. From Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Yes, there's a smorgasbord down near Lancaster that I want to get to one of these days. I've heard about it. It's been around since I was a kid living down, and I never got there. I'm going to butcher this. Sugar Woo Okie. Sugar Woo Okie. All righty. Hey, how are you doing? Hello from Northwest Florida. Wow. Yes, love your shirt. Yeah, it's a Florida shirt. Or oh, Hawaiian. There we go. Same thing. Yep. Hey, Jeff, didn't you do that disappearing key trick? Yes. Yes. At your barn. Yeah. Don't burn yourself. Hey, hon. Yes, honey. I don't know if you probably missed it because you're working. But I made coffee and I put cream and whipped cream in it like I made you the other yesterday when you were on the porch. Yes. Hey, Herman. Hey, Tony. You ever heard of Plant City? Famous strawberries? No. All right. So, yeah, I don't see Emma Brown on here, but Emma, that is awesome coffee. I'm going to keep saying it every time I drink it. Absolutely. Yes. All right. So that video went up Friday night. That's the last camping video. And at the end of it, you can see it. I'll go cue the music because I was literally holding my finger down on the phone, and it was turning on and off and on and off. And that's why it goes me talking, me not talking, me talking. And I go, look at my Christmas hat. And I was talking real fast because it was getting worse and worse. So I end up thinking I could do a screenshot to where if you're doing a screen record, it records your screen. So whether you're recording or not, it's recording anything on your screen. So I thought maybe I can end it that way. So that's what we did. That's why that one ends. We were able to do that. And I was able to edit the last little bit and get it up while I drove to the Verizon store. I was an hour and a half early before they opened. So because it was on a Sunday, they didn't open until 10. So I called my friend Dave, and he said, hey, come over here quick, and I'll see if I can take a look at it, because they're going to want to sell you a new phone. Hey, Tony Fish, love the name. Happy birthday from Charleston, West Virginia. Awesome, awesome. I didn't know there was a Charleston in West Virginia. That is cool. I'm a July birthday as well. Man, a lot of Julys in here. Yes, yes. Maybe Miller's Smorgasbord? It doesn't sound familiar. Oh, I forget what it's called. Something Smorgasbord. But yes, it's maybe it's around the Lancaster area. I can't remember. I don't believe Dave's on here, but he knows which one I'm talking about, because I think he's been there multiple times growing up and things and through the years. All right. All right, so we're on for 41 minutes. We still got 52 people watching. Old Grunt says, Shady Maples. Yes, you are right, Old Grunt. Absolutely Shady Maple. Yes, July 27th for me. Man, I've got a lot of awesome people born on the same day. That is too cool. Yes, Charleston is the capital of West Virginia. Oh, okay. Stitch. You know me with rendezvous. I almost said it. I'm not going to go there with rendezvous. But anyhow, so Woman Outdoors, that's where I met Woman Outdoors at the Rendezvous. And when I was at the Rendezvous, speaking of that, that's where Chris from Shade Tree America made me this cutting board and gave it to me while I was out there. So this is the cutting board. Isn't that cool? So I've been using it this side here. All right. It works real good for a little flat table on the back of the car. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to just point you down here. What? Hang on. There we go. So that's all the stuff I got laid out. And if you saw back there, I don't know if you saw it or not. Hope not. So anyhow, because I'm going to show it to you when I get to that point. All right. Oh, this looks cool. I'm going to move you back a little bit. Don't go back too far. Look at all the lights. This is cool. All right. Just say no to Rendezvous. Oh, Rendezvous. Yeah, I pronounce it Rendezvous. And I did that for like 3 months, talking about the Rendezvous coming up. And after our live, I was there with Stitch. We had our cowboy hats on, and he goes, "What were you saying?" And I said, "Rendezvous." He said, "You mean rendezvous?" And we laughed for a half an hour. How about it, Stitch? Looks really cool. Thank you so much. Yes. So, yeah, the river's, like I said, right over there. All right. What was I going to do next? Oh, okay. So that video, that's how that one ended. The phone is doing good. So I did record the Ridgeline video with my phone and edited it. So I know that, and it had no issues. So we're back in business. All right. So what's coming up? All right. So Monday, I got to grab my since we got a Hawaiian shirt, it was so cool. I wake up in Minnesota and I'm at a Walmart parking lot and it's early yet and nobody else was there. It was really crazy. So what I do when I don't always put, as you guys know, I have the window shades from WeatherTech that fit the car for the back, for the front, for the driver, the passenger, and then the back seats, and also the little windows on the sides. So when I'm in a place where I'm not really wanting people to know that someone's sleeping in the car, I do not put all the window shades up. All right. So basically, I'm hiding in plain sight. The only ones that I put up is the back seat ones. So the two in the back seat, because that's where my heads land. And then the two in the very back there. But the back is kind of a tinted window. So I let that one off. In the front and the two driver and passenger, I don't put those in. Because how often do you really look in someone's car when you walk by? Maybe some people do, but the only thing you'll see is the front seat. But if I have window shades up the whole way around the car and I'm in a area where you really shouldn't be camping and you don't want to draw attention to yourself, I don't put all the window shades up. Because as soon as you see window shades in someone's front seat and the back and, the passenger and driver, and it's all closed up, you start thinking somebody's sleeping there, and then you might get a knock on the window to leave. All right. So that worked out really, really good for me. I know when I was doing the lead up camp, you'll see me in a Walmart parking lot. I believe it's video number 4. I put all the window shades up and we sit in there with all the lights on and really bright. And I get outside the car and you can't see in. So that's good for that. But I found while I was traveling across America, and can you believe it's ending? Wow, the last video number 37 is Monday. And that's it. There's no more Monday, Thursday video. All right. From our trip across America. So I end the video number 37 after that day. And I explain different things at the end of that video. But when we start driving again, after we do the spam tour, and what you're going to see, all right, let me go ahead and grab it now. All right. So I go in, right, and doing all my setup, and I go in and I talk to him. I got to sign in and everything. And when I go in, the girl behind the counter goes, "Hey, do you want a lei?" And she goes, "We got spam lace." She goes, "Do you want one?" I said, "Absolutely." Yeah. So I wear this throughout that video. So this is a single serve spam on a Hawaiian lei. Isn't that cool? So she gave me that, and then I go through and I film that. And what is so unique is that the day that we were there, they came out with a new flavor and it hit the shelves that day. They said, "Wow, it's so cool that you're here because today we're releasing a new flavor." And let's see. Charleston is okay, I thought it was a question. Spot for a stealther. You can drive right through it, filming and missing the whole thing. Oh, okay. I have to check that out. All right. So when we were there, the very new flavor dun, 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 is maple. So I don't know why they never had maple before. You would think, because a lot of people eat it for breakfast, but they came out with maple the day that I was there. So maple flavored spam. Yes. So this is going to be featured in a video coming up soon. I didn't film it yet. So I gotta run, y'all. All right, Miss Cornbread, take care. Enjoyed watching. Have a great night. Awesome. Good night. So I go through and I do the tour of that. And like I said, We got our spam from there that day, and that was a really cool little place. Small town adventure. Sorry, running late. No problem. All right. Good night, Miss Cornbread, says Dan from Camp Kill 'Em All. All right. All righty. So there we have our spam. Okay. There we go. So you can see the Thermacell EX90 has its 4 lights on now. So that means that it's heated up and it is starting to dispense and keep the mosquitoes away. So I haven't gotten bit. I don't see any flying around. And this is their newest one, and it puts a 20-foot radius around you. So that is cool. So we're going to set that on the bumper. All right. So does anybody have any questions for me? All right. And we got 50 minutes and 51 people still watching. And all right. Questions. Send some questions. All right. I'll keep an eye out. And if you can, put the 3 question marks in there so I can see it. It'll save me from trying to read through all the comments doing that. And if I missed anybody, I want to apologize. I heard that spam was made for the military during World War II. Yes, and when I walk through the museum, there's a whole section of talking about that. I probably didn't do it justice because I was trying to read and film and had to watch these. There was a lot of people coming around, so I had to be kind of strategic, but they really cool museum, but there are so many flavors that you've never even heard of. Definitely. Did you show the spam folks a musubi? No, I told them because I had them still, Stitch. I had one left in the refrigerator. Yes. So when I was out at Stitches, we made musubis, and they actually have a whole section in there talking about that very thing. And I go through that there's different countries and what spam cans that they use for there, and just the differences. There's flavors that we don't even know. You'll see a lot that you've never even heard of. Let's see. Hey, B-Rad. Love your videos, man. Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you so much. What's the next great stealth camping adventure? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm thinking about one. So, whatever happened to Chef Tony? I'm still not quite sure. I'm going to see if I can turn this light on. I think I'm getting, hopefully it doesn't. There we go. Dim it down. I just need some front light because I was getting pretty dark. Get it yellow. Yeller. Oh, that's really yellow. Oh, no, that's the yellow leaves on here. All right. So if you guys didn't see, this is what I got at the Spam Museum. Please put question marks. Thank you, Darlene. This is the one that, spam is very popular in Hawaii. All the, I hope I say this right, Polynesian islands. So when I walked in the door, they gave me a lei with a single spam packet on it. So that's what I wore throughout the videoing of that video. And they even had Monty Python on there going, spam, spam, more spam. I don't like spam. Or I forget how it goes, but they were playing that whole thing. Hey, Grave Digger, obesity is popular in Hawaii also. Yeah, I wonder if it's from the spam. All right. Let's see. Just lots to love. Yes. All right. Local chow for Miss Stitch. Yes, Miss Stitch and Stitch. You guys love that stuff, and it was awesome watching Stitch cook it and use it's like a seaweed paper. and then rice and that, and oh, that sauce that you put on when you grilled it, it was incredible, incredible, incredible. Small town adventures. How's the eye doing, Tony? All right. So I'll just say this again real quick. The eye, you can see it's bloodshot, but the reason, I probably went off camera. The reason right there where it's bloody is because when they did the needle into the eye, they said they could hit a small vein, which they did, but that'll go away in a couple weeks. So when I went to the eye doctor for that ruptured herniated vein that was inside of the eye, not on the outside, it was on the inside. It was a retinal vein. They found that I had developed or was in the early stages of developing, but it must have developed prior to my stroke when my blood sugar and everything was out of control. So it had grown new veins in your eye because that's what they do. But he said I was very, very fortunate that it wasn't as bad as what it could have been. So when I got there on Friday, they were going to do the LASIK to cauterize that vein. But when he did his exam, he got pictures. They injected me with dye. They did a lot on that morning. And his determination was that he would go ahead and give shots first. All right. And then have me come back on the 1st of August for the left eye. And then the 15th of August for the other eye. And so he determined that I had early stages, and he said it was great that we caught it now because of that rupture, because we've got some treatment options more so than if it had progressed, because you don't really know until it's too late almost, and then you're going down the road. But the veins that do grow in retinopathy, they're weaker than the normal veins that were there. So that's something that we can all pray about, is that I continue to have the ability to catch this stuff early, that God just completely heals it. Maybe when I go back to do the laser, he can't find any veins, that are not supposed to be there. All right. Did you ever think of doing an East Coast trip? Yes, I did. So I know the travel ones didn't do very well compared to the stealth camping ones, but I love doing them. And I've learned some things in doing them. And I think one of the things that I'll do if I do a travel one again, I'm going to try to stay somewhere longer, all right, and get more footage of the area, and also incorporate more camping or show more of my camping. Because 7.5 weeks, for the most part, I stayed right out of this car, but I don't show a lot of that. Yeah. So I did a lot of stealth in parking lots. Yeah. Okay. Carl says, Tony, get someone to make you some window covers that look like the inside of your car. Oh, that is cool. That has been trashed. Nobody will bother you. Yeah, like a whole bunch of like I hoarded stuff in the passenger seat. That would be cool. That's a good thought. Okay. M4573, how are you doing? Do you have any tips on how to avoid homeless people while stealth camping? Well, it depends on, well, there's going to be areas. So do some research of the area. I mean, I met a lot of homeless people. So I met a lot of great homeless people that fell on misfortune. And one, his wife passed away, and they were staying at and because of her income loss, he had to pack up and leave. He was living in a Walmart parking lot for about 6 months, and all of his possessions were in a trailer. So I would say probably do more investigating of the areas, and it depends on what kind of stealth camping you're doing as well. So you got to pray about it. I mean, that's what I do. I don't really have too many tips except for do research. And I want to say it's not always, for me, it's not always bad if I meet some homeless. I just met a guy the other day. Now, I wasn't stealth camping, but I was way in an environment that I was not regularly at. And got a chance to meet him and pray for him and stuff. Salty Raider says, really appreciate the travel videos. There's a learning curve, but you'll figure it out. Yeah. The travel ones, you can see, like when I first started, I was just running and I was trying to get to Arizona quick because I knew what it looked like out there. And I kind of had an idea where I wanted to go. A little bit when I got out there, and you can see that the first early states getting past the East Coast and down and on, heading out 40 and then past Albuquerque. Those initial videos, weather wasn't cooperating either, and it was still pretty cold. Not that I wasn't equipped to deal with cold, but I guess there was a lot of anticipation and a lot of, like I said, even though I did those 10 videos leading up to the 37, it was still a learning curve. And you can see I kind of got better at it when we started getting things in my travel agent, Stitcho travel agency, did really good at helping me go to places. I didn't get to every place that he suggested, but the places we got to, we really had a great time and a lot of visuals. And but the last video, I can't believe, is Monday. Wow. I can remember several months ago going, we're booked all the way out to July 24th, every Monday and Thursday. And Monday's coming up, the last video for the travel series. Those lights are really shining now. Yeah, how about it? Yeah, I'll step out of the way. So you can see the river there too. So right there, that's the river. So that's the West Branch of the Susquehanna River. And then you can see my little sparkly, those are the lights that I normally had in there. Now, these lights that are on the back, there is that little remote control, and I show that in the video. You got the little remote control for them. So you can, the one remote control works both of them. That is cool. But I guess you got to point it to the one that you want to work. I got 2 remote controls, but hey, now we know you can use one remote control for both. Yeah. So there's all white. Yeah. And then we got blue. Change that one there. That one's sparkly. That one will go by the way I talk. And just noise, I think. So. I'm not sure what that one's. Let me get back to this. I don't know what that's going to do. Let's see if we... Yeah, we have no green now, but it goes through a whole bunch of colors. I don't want to bore y'all with that, but whole bunch of colors. And when I started the lights, you can see I'm running an LED light bulb off the tripod, and I'm running both 2 things off this. And when we started, I was at 3 lights, 3 bars on this battery bank. and we still got 3 bars. So it is like hardly any draw whatsoever. Woo! I need a disco ball, right? I'm trying to get it back to the Christmas lights. Oh, purple, green, blue. It's going around in circles. Ooh, that's pretty cool. There we go. Oh, twinkly. Now we got them both twinkling. All right. So one of the things, because it rained. Oh, hey, Nature Song. How are you doing? Dr. Sammy, how are you doing? Thank you, brother. All right. Nick asks, hey, Nick, how are you doing? Ever been busted while stealth camping? Yes, once. So that's at and it's the thumbnail says busted. If you go into the stealth camping playlist, you'll see one that says busted. So if I were ever to get busted again, it will definitely be in the thumbnail. Hey, Conrad, brother, how are you doing? You look good. Glad you're up to host Sunday. Yeah, I can't not do a Sunday. Hey, good night, old grunt. Yes. All right. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Don't forget your coffee. Right. Yeah. 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 Don't forget our coffee. Oh, yes. 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 Soon. Tell you, get a hold of me and we'll get that coffee going. Uh, Old Grunt and I want to get together and have a cup of coffee. Tony can stealth clamp North Pole, but not in the in the shirt, in that shirt, right? Oh, that small town adventure said his wife and him were worried there wasn't going to be a Sunday night live. I'll tell you, if I can, it's going to happen. And if you know, early on when I first came on, I talked about I set up a half an hour early, did my thumbnail, created the live, then started doing a few things, hanging the lights, and I was probably 4 miles away from this location. We were going to be down below the dam and across the river on the other side. So now I'm on an island. But I went on and went into the room and it was recording saying, okay, you want to go live? And all of a sudden it said no internet connection. And I was like, uh-oh. I thought, well, maybe it's for a second. No, it lasted for 5 minutes. And I was like, I got to make a decision quick. And I went to 2 other locations in here. Then when I pulled up to the stop sign, still no internet connection. I said, you know what? I'm going to pray about it. Prayed about it and hit the button and it was connected again. And hopefully it's doing good. It hasn't timed out at all. So that's great. And then I pulled around to this spot and this is a perfect spot. We got Susquehanna, West Branch River. We got to watch the sunset there. So it is awesome. So I wasn't, you know, a lot of times you can get really anxious about things. I've learned it just, don't get anxious. Just pray about it and just take a deep breath and just, it's going to happen what happens, right? And one way or another, we would have made it happen. Even if I had to called someone and said, hey, put it in the comments that I can't get on yet and that we're going to reschedule for a little bit later till I can get a spot. But hey, it all worked out, right? And that's a good cup of coffee. Yeah. So if you didn't see, I used the coffee brew buddy, and that is our grinds in there. And then we used the kettle to heat up the water. All right. So, all right. Any questions? So we've gone on about an hour and 9 minutes, and it's 9:09 here on the East Coast, and it's California. Wow. In Seattle, it's only 6 o'clock. That was a challenge when we were driving across the United States, figuring out where I was at and what time it was. My phone kept switching, but I had to keep going, okay, what time is it back on the East Coast? Because everything happens based on here. That's what I try to keep it going as. Yeah, it's dark. So let me see if I can spin you around a little bit. Right. So, so you can see there's some lights way down there. Yeah. So that was a good spin. I'm going to spin around. Oh, there we are. So Mist 2.0, when I got that edited, got it up because my phone was acting up and I wasn't sure what was going to happen. What I decided to do is get it off my phone before I went to that Verizon store. I'm going to come over this way and try to see that more of that. That's not a cloud right there. That's white. That's a street light. So if you see that, that's one of the lights that light the path. It's not a. We're not. It's dark. Yeah. So when I wanted to get it off because I thought if Verizon's going to touch my phone, I want to not lose what I had. So I uploaded quick, and then Dave tapped my phone, rubbed some alcohol around the volume. So what had happened? Moisture must have got in between my volume, underneath my phone cover and everything, and then was causing all those issues. So what I did is I uploaded. But when Lisa and I were watching the video a couple days ago, she's like, "Oh, you should have done Christmas music," and I'm like, "Ugh. Yeah, I should have because I could have because part of my Power Director app, part of the music, there's a whole section with Christmas music in there. I could have put Christmas music to that video. Ah, dang it. Didn't work out, but hey, it was still good, right? All right. So, hey, Greg says, we went on vacation to Jellystone Campground in Milton. Oh, cool. Last week went through the town you live near. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah. That area, yeah, I know where that campground is. How was the campground? I've never been there. As you know, I don't go to many campgrounds. So the whole time for the 7.5 weeks that we were on the road, I only stayed at one campground, and that was at, look at my hat, that was at Death Valley because we couldn't make it through there in one day. And the only place you can stay is at the campground. So that was the only campground we stayed at. But will there be more travel videos? Yeah, I believe so. And on the East Coast, yes. When are you going to do Trail Magic, or do you plan to? So I planned to. I've done Trail Magic for the last couple of years. Unfortunately, I haven't had the ability to this year yet. And when I say yet, it's kind of hit and miss because the bubble is pretty much past me. But I've done Trail Magic later and tried to catch some southbounds, some flip floppers and things. And I'm hoping to do it. I really am, but I haven't had the opportunity. Either I had the time, but had no funds. So it was hit and miss this year, really hard. And then being able to go out there. So to do that with everything else that's been going on. So we've had a lot of stuff going on. Cars breaking down, flat tires, things like that. So yeah, different stuff that have happened this year that have been kind of costly for us. Let's see. All right, still 44 people watching. Hey, Eva. Good night, all. Well, good night, Eva, and happy soon-to-be birthday to you. All right. Yes. All right. So it is 9:14, and like I said, Conrad says, "Oh, have you ever seen anything unusual while stealth camping? I've been trying to figure out the brown mountain lights for decades. After backpacking in that area as a teenager and witnessing them. Wow. Yeah, I've never seen anything unusual. I'm looking, but I haven't seen anything unusual. And if I do, you guys can be the first to know. The only thing I've haven't seen, visually seen, but I have heard. And that's where I heard that cracking noise uh, multiple times without follow through cracking. Hey, Trapper, how you doing? Good to see you. Yes, he says, hello, Tony. Good to see you. Yes, yes, and good to see you too, brother. Yes, yes, yes. All righty. Yeah, I don't want to just stare at the screen, but I'm trying to read. It's a little small on my phone, so I always try to. My first live in a while. Yes, it is your first live in a while, brother. Yeah. All righty. So what's coming up? So this week coming up is Monday. That's all that's coming up so far. I don't have my Mondays and Thursday videos. After this Monday, it's no longer travel videos. They are done. And then, so any videos that you see coming up, they're all going to be new. So all my camping videos are new. And what I'm planning on doing is switching back to Thursday nights for my camping videos. And that way you guys can see the camping videos on Thursday. So the one that I film this week is going to be on Thursday. so you guys will see that Thursday. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet, but I've got some ideas. Always have ideas, right? Let's say going back to Mail Monday. Yes, and then Mail Monday will start up again. Mail Monday. If we do get any mail or anything, I'll try to do those on Monday. And like I said, I got an early birthday present. Actually, a couple early birthday presents. As you guys can see, this was one of them from Anonymous that sent me the Thermacell. This is an EX90, and it's the newest one. It is a 20 mile 20 foot radius. 20 mile, everybody be thanking me, right? So that is for mosquitoes. So that was an early birthday present. And the other early birthday present from him was a pocket fishing pole. Really, really awesome. And I was actually already had it out on the couch because it comes with a little weight and you can cast. So I was working on my casting because if you remember when I went to the rendezvous with the other YouTubers in Pennsylvania, we had the fishing challenge, and I was having trouble casting with my stroke side, and I was just having a little trouble casting, but this is a different type of a spinner reel, and I was doing real good with it in the living room. Yeah, I was. All righty. Okay. And we got 53 people watching. Yeah, but nobody's here. I don't see anybody. Block the light for a second. No, nobody's here. Now, there might be some people fishing way at the other end. Well, oh, that one car light one came on way over there, way over there. Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, I want to thank Mr. Ed. Mr. Ed just did a $20 in video heart. So a heart that has a dollar sign in it. You can go on there if you like a video. It's like saying, "Hey, thank you." And Mr. Ed has done that several times, and I really appreciate that, Mr. Ed. I don't see him on here. But hey, Drew, how are you doing? Tony, how about that storm in your last video? Pretty cool. pretty crazy. Yeah, it was very crazy. That came up so quick, so quick. It was something else. Just came in and if you guys haven't seen that video yet, I just put it out on Friday, and that's one of the reasons I'm going to go back to Thursdays, because Fridays are so busy for everybody. Hey, the Redneck Boys, how you doing? Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, and I want to say hi to Noah too on this live. I don't know if you're on there or not, but hey, Noah, how are you doing? All the way over in Australia? Yes, man, I'd like to get over there one of these days. That's for sure. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, the videos coming up are going to be whatever I make. So I do have a couple review videos that I'll probably do. I have a couple items. A couple companies have recently just reached out, and I sent correspondence back, but haven't heard anything. I'm trying to keep them because, early on I did some videos, review videos that weren't really camping related, but they were kind of car camping related. So I do have another JF Ewig. I did that jump starter and air compressor 2000 it was. They just sent me a 6000 and asked me to do it because that can jump an RV, a tractor trailer. And believe it or not, when I was over at Dave's the other day before he took me to the doctor's to get my eye appointment, he went to go start his RV, and not that we were going to use it, but he wanted to start it. It was dead. The battery was dead. I was like, oh, I wish I had that already unboxed and needed footage. So if he hasn't jumped it himself yet, maybe I'll jump his RV with that as part of the review. But so there's a few reviews that I've got to do. Yeah. Oh, coffee. The iced coffee. There we go. So look at that. So we got one. I had gotten this Arizona cup. Oh my goodness. Back when Lisa and I were out in Arizona 5 years ago, when we flew out there to go see Dave and Katie, RNRV Chronicles. That was a long time ago, 5 years ago. And then I got to go back because of you guys sent me there across America with the travel series. Yeah. And like I said, I enjoyed it. And I definitely want to get to doing maybe that again. Hey, Hammock Mountain. Hey, Santa Tony. Yes. So as you know, Christmas in July theme. Yeah. Well, I'm half tempted to squirt some more whipped cream in here. That was tasty. Mm. Yeah, that's very good. Very, very good. All right. Yeah, and I was gonna bring the Hostess ho-hos, but I didn't bring those. So ooh, gotta have that in there. Yep. So I've got some stuff in there that I'm got at the grocery store that on our next coming up video you're going to see. So again, the video that's going to be on tomorrow, that's going to come out at 5 o'clock. You're going to see where I get this Spam. This was the new flavor that they came out with that the day I was at the museum. So it hit the shelves. The only place I've seen it so far is on Amazon. I haven't really seen it in stores except for today. Boyer's, believe it or not, a little country grocery store, had Spam in the maple flavor. And I can't believe they didn't come out with maple a long time ago because great breakfast food. So little hint, next video, you're going to see some Spam. All right. Because I got to get that open. And again, this is the Spam and lei that I got when I was at the Spam Museum in Minnesota. Man, that was a great time. And so when that video comes out, you're going to see that one end a little different. Stick it out to the end, um, because that is the last video in the travel series. And then we'll talk about that more next Sunday. And that will be good. And also the video that I film in a couple days. So originally, when they did, I had read up that when I get the LASIK surgery on my eyes, that it was going to take 2 to 4 weeks until you're supposed to take it easy. So I thought I wasn't going to be able to video for 2 to 4 weeks, but I did not get the LASIK surgery yet. That's going to happen on the 1st and also the 15th of August. Stitch says mother-in-law sent Miss Stitch and I a can of maple. Oh, so awesome. Yes, that is great. Did you eat it yet? Yeah, I haven't tasted the maple yet. Yeah, bacon. I had received in a mail Monday a bacon flavored spam, and I haven't even opened that one yet. I'm saving it for, I don't know why. I like saving stuff just for special occasions, and I hadn't had an opportunity to use that one yet. So I do have the bacon one that I have not tasted yet. Really, the only flavor that I've ever had has been original. So yeah, except for when Stitch made me that stuff out there, musubis. Man, they were delicious. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so if anybody's eating the maple spam, you'll have to let me know how it is. I'm looking forward to it. So do I talk about the meal I'm going to make, or will I let it be a surprise? It is going to have spam. All right, in the next video, it's going to have spam. And the next video is not going to be a car camping one. That's going to be a hammock one, where I'm going to use the new Ridgeline and also the new One Wind hammock with the mosquito bug net, and I'll break the mosquito thermocell out as well. But I will not be taking the fishing rod because there's no water near where I'm going. Yes, I remember. Miss Stitch has a spam shrine. So they're stacked up like a pyramid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They love spam. Definitely. Good night, Tony and everyone. God bless, says Gregory Hess. God bless you, brother. All right. So it is 9:27. Oh, it just switched from 9:27. That was my favorite number. I always see that. Anytime I see that, I know something good's happening. Yep. So 43 people still watching, and it's 1:28. Oh, we've been on for an hour and 28 minutes. So I'm going to keep this to an hour and a half. If we go just a little bit longer, because I'm saying goodbye, we're all saying goodbye, then it will be a little bit longer. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for all of your support. You've really been fantastic, and watching the videos, the 10 that led up to the travel videos, and then all 37 videos. Go back. If I can't get out and film, go back and maybe some that you haven't seen, go back and watch some of them. And I'm sure there's stealth camping and car camping videos that you've not seen. That would really be a blessing if y'all go back and watch some of those. And now that there's more and more content on the channel, I'm finding that a lot of people are going back and watching older videos, and I greatly appreciate that. Something that's neat to do is like pick one that's a year ago, watch it, and then pick one that's recent, and try to see maybe some editing differences that you see, stuff. Go back and watch some before my stroke. That's always cool. All right. So, yep. Good seeing you again. Yes. Have a great night, says Trapper. Hey, Leonard, where can self camping at? Uh, oh, let's nail down some dates that we can go camping. Anonymous and I are could do. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. I'll talk to him this week and we'll nail down a date where Stitch can fly out and me and Stitch and Anonymous is gonna go camping. It's gonna be so cool. Yes, yes, yes. Terry May says night. Alrighty, good night with a big heart. And I want to say thanks a lot, everybody. Really appreciate all of the prayers, especially with the eye that just occurred. And good news is that that hemorrhage got me to the eye doctor and they found the retinopathy. I know you cannot improve retinopathy, but or reverse it, but you can keep it from getting worse. So, like he said, glad we caught it early, and I want to thank you all for all of the prayers. God bless, says Joey. Dan says night. Terry May. All right, good night, everybody. Darlene says that meetup is going to be so awesome. I know. Yeah, definitely. All right. So I can't cue the music. So you just got to do it in your head. So that's that. The reason I like that music at the end of every video, which we didn't have on Friday because of the stuff with the phone, is because if you have watched Jason Bourne with that series, Bourne Supremacy movies. Hey, Mary, good night, Mary. God bless you, and say hi to Johnny for me. Is because in the Jason Bourne movies, the music they always play at the end, like where's it gonna be next? You know, and dun, 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 you know, that reminds me my exit music always reminds me of that. All right. Continued blessings. Tony says, Robert, thank you, thank you. All righty. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for coming on here and joining me tonight. Tony, good night. All right, good night, everybody. So, Tony 2.0, I'm going to do it on the stroke side too. 2.0 out. All right, and I'm going to say good night, everyone. All righty. Good night. Take care. Have a great week, everyone. All right. God bless. And we'll see you on the next random adventure. All righty. See ya.